this is Dipali and I am here again with the IP facts. And as promised to you in my earlier video, I'll be sharing how intellectual property serves as property to you. So when we consider the intellectual properties in terms of any of the expressions like in copyrights, patents, trademarks, anything, they act very much like property. When we think of the word property, the things that come to our mind are the movable and the immovable properties, basically the tangible properties that you have been experiencing, selling, buying, using them, touching them. So the tangible forms of property are very convincible for you to understand what property is. But trust me, the intellectual properties, which are intangible form of properties, though you cannot touch and feel, but you can but these properties can act as property to you. You can sell them, you can license them. As you give your house on rent, you can always give licenses for your patents, and others can manufacture your products and give you the royalty. So very much as the tangible forms of property, the intangible forms of property also give you the benefits. There are also laws pertaining to that. There are patent laws, trademark laws, copyright laws, and others which govern the transfer of these properties and protection of these properties. For example, you are living in your house, and there are laws that governing the protection of your area, and no one else can trespass your area, right? In the similar manner, the intellectual property rights also get the protection, and there are norms, there are provisions wherein the infringement is not entertained. You get a right to go to the court and sue the other party which you think is infringing your intellectual property rights. So very much similar to the tangible forms of property, the intellectual property also serves as property to you. And as I said, you can license them, you can sell them, so you can generate value out of it. You can so these properties have their own value, and you can sell it off with high values. And just to correlate with this discussion, you must have heard of the patent disputes of Samsung versus Apple and others, wherein a lot of transactions have been involved and trespassing have landed the infringers into trouble. So there are very strong norms for the protection of your intellectual property, and there are provisions for encashment of your intellectual property. So any form of intellectual property is very much useful, very much valuable, and can be treated very similar to any other form of property, any other form of tangible property that you possess. So that is all. I think this serves you to understand that intellectual property is your property, is your valuable asset, and do express the intellectual properties, do protect them, and do encash from it. Thank you.